All right, Shalom Lakah. I'm going to give our praise up now, Yahweh. Ka Allah wa du'atum ya hakodashim shayo shalom bahasham Yahweh ka tu'at. This is going to be from the Damascus Document concerning the Sabbath. It says, concerning the Sabbath, to observe it according to its ordinance, let not a man do work on the sixth day from the time when the sun's disk is its full width away from the gate. For that is what it says, observe the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Showing you, and then it says when the sun's disk is full, its full width away from the gate. So showing you, a day ends, when you can't really see the sun, man. Okay, when the sun going down. So it says, observe the Sabbath day and to keep it holy. And on the Sabbath day, let not a man utter anything foolish or trifling. Because a lot of people, use the Sabbath for their pleasure instead of, delighting in Yahweh, which the Most High tells us in Isaiah, we're not supposed to speak our own words on the Sabbath day, So it says, and on the Sabbath day, let not a man utter anything foolish or trifling. Let him not lend anything to his neighbor. Let him not shed blood over wealth and gain. Let him not speak of matters of work and labor to be done on the morrow. Let not a man walk in the field to do the work of his business. It's like it. On the Sabbath, let him not walk out of his city more than 1,000 cubits. Let not a man eat on the Sabbath day anything but what is prepared. Like it tell you how you're supposed to prepare your food on the sixth day or whatever, so you don't have to cook on the Shabbat and all that. And of what is perishing in the field, let him not eat, and let him not drink anything except what is in the camp. If he is on the way and is going down to battle, let him drink where he stands, but let him not draw water into any vessel. Let him not send the son of a foreigner to do his business on the Sabbath day. Like, hey man, I'm gonna give me an Edomite, man. He go profane the Sabbath. They say you can't even do that, man. Let not a man put on garments that are filthy, or that were put in storage, unless they have been washed in water or rubbed with frankincense. Let not a man go hungry of his own accord on the Sabbath. Let not a man walk after an animal to pasture it outside of his city more than 2,000 cubits. Let him not lift his hand to strike it with his fist, if it is stubborn. Let him not take it out of his house. Let not a man take anything from the house out of doors, or from out of doors into the house. And if he is in a booth, let him not take anything, take anything out of it, or bring anything into it. Let him not open a sealed vessel on the Sabbath. Let not a man take on him ointments to go out and come in on the Sabbath. Let him not lift up in his dwelling house rock or earth. Let not the nurse take up the suckling child to go out and come in on the Sabbath. Let not a man provoke his male or female slave or his hired servant on the Sabbath. Let not a man help an animal to give birth on the Sabbath day. Yeah, the brothers, they play on the Sabbath, man. Yeah, I wish I said it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath, man. You know, but they don't know about that, man. Them scribes and Pharisees. But it says, and if she lets her young fall into a cistern or a ditch, let him not raise it on the Sabbath. Let not a man rest in a place near to Gentiles on the Sabbath. You got Israelites out there resting near Gentiles on the Sabbath, man. You know who you is out there, okay? Resting near a Gentile on the Shabbat day, man. Okay? Let not a man profane the Sabbath for the sake of wealth or gain on the Sabbath. And if any person falls into a place of water or in a place, let not a man come up by a ladder or a rope or instrument. Let not a man bring up anything to the altar on the Sabbath except the burnt offering of the Sabbath, for thus it is written, besides your Sabbaths. Let's see what else I got on here. Let not a man send to the altar burnt offering or meal offering or frankincense or wood by the hand of a man who is unclean, with any of the uncleanness, allowing him to make the altar unclean. See, that's another thing, man. You can't be you brothers got to be careful with that spilling seed thing, man, and trying to go teach with brothers, man. If you unclean and you know what I'm saying, you ain't wash up and clean your clothes, man, you don't need to be around brethren, man, because you can make the place of where we're sacrificing, you know, unclean, man. The place of sacrifice unclean, and we make that we sacrifice our bodies on them streets, man. Spiritually, that's the spiritual zabak, and I ain't talking about HOI, man, House of Israel. Okay, I'm talking about the altar, man. Okay, the sacrifice of the wicked, okay, is an abomination, but the prayer of the righteous is like an acceptable offering. And when anyone enters into the house of worship, let him not enter while unclean. You can't come in the temple unclean, man. Okay? You got guys in Israel, you know what I'm saying, having sex on the Sabbath, dealing with harlots on the Sabbath, and then ready to hit the byways, man. You dudes is profaning the Lord's temple. It says requiring washing. And when the trumpets of assembly sound, let him act before or afterward, or so that they shall not stop the whole service on the Sabbath. It is holy. Let not a man lie with a woman in the city of the sanctuary, making unclean the city of the sanctuary with their impurity. Ooh, man. They said you couldn't even have sex in the city where the sanctuary was at, man. Okay? You defile us, it says making unclean the city. Any man in whom the spirits of Belial rule, and who speaks rebellion, shall be judged according to the judgment of the medium and wizard. And everyone who goes astray, so that he profanes the Shabbat and the feast, shall not be put to death, but the sons of man shall be responsible for taking charge of him. And if he is healed of it, they shall have charge 7 years, and after that he shall come into the assembly. Let no one stretch out his hand to shed the blood of a man of the Gentiles on account of wealth and gain. Moreover, let him not take any of their wealth, lest they blaspheme, unless it count. Okay. Let's see what else we got on here. Yeah, this is going into a lot of stuff. Let not a man make himself abominable with any living creature. And let not fish be eaten unless they have been split alive and their blood poured out. Yeah, man. So, we got to get disciplined.